Welcome back. 7 top terrorist commanders arrested at airport returning from Hajj. Watch this video and then we'll talk.
Sometimes ago, the Senate president said something on the floor of the Senate that some people went on pilgrimage, some terrorists and etc. That how did they cross our borders? Because what we inherited was a fractured system. But I'm happy to tell you that even last week, Thursday, 7 of the known commanders of Boko Haram and ISWAP, at the point of coming back, were arrested at the in Katsina at the airport and were handed over to the DSS. And this is only possible because NIMC's ID is already connected with the immigration database and is already speaking to even the I-247, Interpol I-247, and we have been able to automate this. And with the new IOC that the Ministry of Interior has built, which is the first time in the history of Nigeria that will be having an integrated operating center managing our internal security processes, all our maritime and our air border system has been fully controlled, and that was evident last week. They thought it was business as usual.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So they said a total database and intelligence masterpiece has just taken the heads off the snake in the north. Security forces have officially confirmed the interception and arrest of 7 high-profile Boko Haram and ISWAP commanders the moment they stepped off international flight returning from the Hajj pilgrimage in Saudi Arabia. This sting operation was fueled entirely by the newly centralized identity network, which caught the targets completely off guard as they attempted to blend in with thousands of innocent pilgrims returning from the Holy Land. This operation beautifully underscores the power of the newly minted National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, Act 2026, which enforced a strict one-person, one-identity policy, backed by heavy prison sentences for identity fraud, completely exposing terrorists who previously survived behind corrupted identity or identity lines. So, Sharp Edge Nation, this is a historic, undeniable victory for our intelligence agencies. Shall we call it that? It proves the state is finally building. It should prove that the state is finally building a digital net capable of monitoring borders and tracking high-value assets across international lines. I mean, they said, I think he said Katsina Airport. Is this a masterstroke, a sign that our defense network has finally achieved total visibility to protect citizens, or does this rapid database consolidation spark valid questions about how easily centralized digital profiles can be weaponized in the future? The Sharp Edge is yours, sir.
Thank you very much. See, the short answer to this is that better late than never. But let me also tell you that Nigeria had the golden opportunity of nailing this as far back as 1999, 2000. When I practiced in Abuja as a journalist.
Sorry, by the way, that was Mr. Bumi Ojo, I think that's his name. That was the nurse. Yes, that was
Oladimeji Abitogun, the Minister of Interior. Yes. Now, of course, you know that he doesn't stand alone anymore. There is a new office of special advisor to the President of Nigeria on Homeland Security. Now, the point I was making is that Nigeria had the opportunity of nailing this way back in 1999-2000. Those were the years Gilbert Chagori appeared before Nigeria's National Assembly and decided to poke the finger in the eyes of Nigerians, celebrating his attitude, his permissive attitude about corruption and fraud, saying the Nigerian national identity card is a big cow waiting for everybody to milk. He did that, and this is a Lebanese Nigerian who also has the United States of America citizenship today. Now, because he said that and got away with it, the point I'm trying to make was that a great Nigerian, the late Dr. Femi Adekoye, had arranged a system through his Crest Consortium, Crest Computer Consortium, and they looked at the people who made the American national identification card, the identity card in America. They looked at those who made it work. He arranged all of them as a consortium in Nigeria. They produced that beautiful card that will integrate all kinds of background information, such as we have in the United States of America here today. They produced that card for President Obasanjo. They produced for Vice President Atiku Abubakar and everybody that attended the unveiling of the bid for Nigerian National Identity something at the presidential villa in Abuja. It almost was a done deal that that consortium would win that contract. All of a sudden, they flipped it. Maybe either Chams or Sajem was the people were the people they gave that thing to, and then they messed it up. Hence the struggle we have today. Now, why would suspected terrorists, why would they not slip through the eagle eye watch of the Nigerian security system at the airports? I mean, why would suspected terrorists or terrorist kingpins, why would they not slip through the watchful eyes of airport officials? It's because you look at multiplicity of identifications Nigerians parade. You have different identity, what's it called, database for this NIMC itself, the National Identification System. You have another one through the National Electoral Commission. You have one through, what's it called, the banking system, and so on and so forth. And now you are telling me that the system would not permit for active terrorists to slip through the system. However, where I said it is late rather than never being caught, that it is better to be late than rather than apprehending these people. You do not
it's
know.
Better late than never.
Never. Now, these people went to Mecca on only pilgrimage, and you do not know if the Nigerian, what's it called, the National Intelligence Agency of Nigeria, that is Nigeria's equivalent of the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency in America. You don't know if they were keeping an eye on them, if they were keeping a tab on them, just goading them on, so that they would know their international contacts. As a journalist, we can speculate beyond what we know as a matter of exercising our imagination and intelligence in that order. We do not know the modus operandi of all these security organizations. But one thing we must commend the Nigerian security apparatus for is the fact that they were able to successfully arrest them while making re-entry into Nigeria. At the point of entry, these people were apprehended. Now they are cooling off with the system. But there is a corollary to that. The efforts of the United States of America lately, collaborating actively with the Nigerian security operatives there. Remember, months before, I had made a submission here that the moment America enters into the game of chasing after these killer terrorists in Nigeria, these irresponsible ideologues who are using the excuse of poisonous religious mantra to want to go against the culture of education, schooling, and what have you. I had said then that the moment America gets into the game, it changes the entire calculus. It turns the table against them. And that is what is happening. You can imagine President Donald Trump disclosing to the entire world that in one far-reaching action, the United States was able to decapitate. That's massive. Decapitate more than 190 well-known terrorist leaders in Nigeria. It's unprecedented. Since 9/11, since 9/11, the United States has not had such a huge haul of killings of murderous characters like this. And so that it is happening, it's not a coincidence, it's not an accident. It means something is spiking within that system. The giant is being woken from his sleep, and now they know that they cannot just make an industry of homicide, of murder in the name of some ill-digested, amorphous, nebulous ideology. They don't have a manifesto that you can say this is credible. You can't say they are freedom fighters. You can't say that this. I mean, you also they want to impose Arabism on us Africans. We say no to that. Also, some people will come. They say it has to be European way of life. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with our people? Why must there always be willing tools in the hands of people who want to destroy the continent and its well-established, age-old systems in terms of tradition and culture? What is wrong that they don't even see anything good about us as Africans? We have our own preferred ways, and they should leave us alone. And so now that these people have been apprehended, we think there will be a thorough vetting process. There will be a credible process of securing justice. We are not driven by vengeance. We just want justice, something that will avenge the memory of people that have been wrongfully killed. Christian, Muslim, African religious adherents, anybody. So kudos to Nigerian security people, soldiers, intelligence community, and Interior Ministry, and the new Homeland Department at the presidency. And I think people will do better, will do good by Nigerians not to politicize this. Rather, it should be seen as a credible moment for all Nigerians to celebrate something worthy. That we are not sitting back, we are not being pinned, waiting to die like hogs while people are being murdered every day. And I have more to say about this when we get to the special segment, because I think fundraising should be rising all over Nigeria. People should be forging things with metal, iron, and steel, so that instead of expecting anybody to bring some some light weapons from overseas, saturating the system, no. This should lead to some form of industrial spring within Nigeria. The fundraising from blacksmiths, metallurgical scientists, and engineers, and then organized communities and neighborhoods, such that when these killer idiots show up, they know that somebody is waiting to counter them in every community, in every household, in every neighborhood. That way, they'll be dialoguing with their legs, and they will never show up anymore. Because you know what? These are cowards. They don't even fight you, looking you eyeball to eyeball like a man. They just think they can sneak upon you and then take on your advantage. Shame on them. So kudos to Nigerian security community, like I said before. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We have some other trendy stories coming up. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Join the conversation. Join the conversation in the comment section. We're seeing it, so please keep continuing to join the conversation. And we'll be right back with some other trendy stories around the world.